Believe it or not, really good cranberry sauce actually does not come from a can. It's made in your kitchen in about 10 minutes or so. Join me inside and I'll show you how simple it is to put together. I think most people in America really think that cranberry sauce has always come out of a can, and I did too until I made it homemade, and I was kind of embarrassed, to tell you the truth, that I hadn't done this before. I don't think there's any reason to dislike cranberry sauce when you make it yourself. It's totally different than anything you eat out of a can. So let me show you what you need to put this together. I have 12 ounces of frozen cranberries here. I'm actually filming this for you before Thanksgiving gets here, and these are not out in the grocery store. So I buy them at the end of the holiday season and keep them in the freezer for whenever I need them. So that's a great tip. But when you can get yours, you need about 1 whole bag. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these in my pot carefully. And I've got the heat on like medium. So that's just gonna sit there for a second. And we're gonna add 1 3/4 cups of sugar. Now, you know I don't always love us using sugar. You can use honey here. That's just a lot of honey. And I'm using an organic cane sugar. You know, I'm not gonna eat this whole pot, right? I'm gonna share this with people. And I think sometimes that there are times to use a little sugar. It's okay. Then we're gonna go in with 3/4 cup of water. So we're just gonna pour that in. And we're gonna do a little bit of orange zest. Now, I sliced this before I was ready to zest it, so don't do that. Next time, make sure yours is whole. It's a lot easier to do. But just use your zester, and you're gonna take off just the outer layer of your orange. Try to use an organic orange if you're gonna use the zest off of them, because you know you can get the pesticides and things like that off non-organics. And just work your way around until you get about a teaspoon or so is what you're going for. This is not something you can skip. The flavor it's really bright. It balances the cranberries. It's really fresh. And it's just super nice. So let me get that. And a lot of times it'll stick to the back of the zester. So you just take your finger and scrape it off. So in that goes. And then I have a couple of slices of that same orange that I shouldn't have sliced yet. And we're going to stick these down in here. And basically, that's it. I'm gonna give it a little stir, but I'm gonna bring it to a simmer, and I'm just gonna let it cook until the cranberries begin to break down. They get really soft and syrupy. That might be 10 or 15 minutes or so. And I'll show you what it looks like and then what your options are for straining it and getting it ready for the holidays. Our cranberry sauce simmered for about 8 minutes, and it's really thickened up. It's not gonna be as thick as anything you get out of a can, of course, keeping in mind that we don't have all of the thickeners, the gelatins, and that sort of thing in it, but it will become thick enough that you can certainly spoon it onto something and it won't run all over the plate. Right now it's very warm, which makes it thinner, and as it cools it will firm. Now, this is a whole berry cranberry sauce, but if you don't want all these berries, all you would need to do is just pour everything through a strainer and use a spoon or a spatula to work it through so that you get a seedless version, okay? But this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna spoon some out for you here. See if I can do it without making a complete mess. So I hope that you will use this year instead of a can, and impress all your guests and discover how delicious cranberry sauce can really be when you make it homemade. For more holiday recipes, you can check out this playlist right here, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.